Welcome to our first episode of Piston Cup Nights. So our first episode for Piston Cup Nights, we're going to be doing a review on Team Rust-eze. For my first episode poll, I says, which one should I review first? Rust-eze, Dinoco, Nitroid, or HTB? Rust-eze did win quite a lot, so this is going to be a great first episode beginning, which is Rust-eze. And a popular sponsor as well. We're just focusing on not the townies, just the motor speedway to South before McQueen went to Radiator Springs. And for my next episode, you can vote on the community tab which team would I like to review next. So you can vote, which will be interesting. So without further ado, let's start our new series. We're going to start off with Lightning McQueen. Here he is. He looks happy. Nitro Wave, Piston Cup, Revolting, Mood Springs, Octane Gang, Vitaline, No Stall, Gaskets, Gas Burn, Easy Idle, Little Turkey Pistons, Leak Clutch, Leak Tread, and Clark Chain, and RPM. This is the 2008 version, 74th day of 2008. There's his classic lightning bolt, and he does not have the Rusty stickers because this is the original version. And this is his rookie stripe. If you don't know what Lightning McQueen has, just the Cars 1 version. And when I was a kid, I got him so many times. Because I was a Cars addict back then, but now I am. And I made this yellow trim on him, which looks pretty nice on him. Number 95, Lightning McQueen, and we're talking about the Cars 1 version, and if McQueen didn't have the Radiator Springs team, he would lose the final race of the first Cars movie, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Just saying. And let's take a look at Chuck. Oh wait, before we start off with Chuck, there's a screenshot of where Lightning McQueen appeared. This is the first paint job of Lightning McQueen in the first Cars franchise. And he appeared in every Cars film, including Mater's Tall Tales. Not this paint job. Now let's take a look at Chuck. In the comic book, he is a Hummer, but back in 2018 when I got an extra Nitro Wave crew chief set, I had to use the red headset for the Rust-eze crew chief, so that would be cool. It's cool that it wasn't cool that I used an extra Nitro Wave crew chief to make a custom. I'm gonna regret that. But that was silly me back in 2018 when I got that extra set. But thankfully, I have an extra pair of them. And Chuck is the Hummer in the comic book. I don't know what chapter book it is. I hardly do collect comics. I just focus on maps. So let's take a look at Chuck. Here he is. He looks smirky. And there's his Rust-eze. That was a 2018 custom. There's his lightning bolt. Number 95. 54th day of 2010. This is a custom. Just a custom. Please don't criticize. There's his lightning bolt. Red trim I made. Looks really nice, I gotta say. Let's compare him to the Nitro Wave crew chief. So this one is the most overlooked crew chief in my opinion because he was only released in Canada and limited to the US. And definitely one of my favorite crew chiefs. And it's probably going to be hard to get if you're getting that tree pack for Team Nitro Wave. But luckily I have the crew chief, in fine condition. Now let's take a look at the Rusteze Pitties. Here they are. There's a screenshot of where they appeared. They were so annoyed and pissed off that McQueen didn't get his tires fixed. And Chuck says, "You need tires, you idiot." And McQueen says, "Adios, Chuck." And my name is not Chuck. And Chuck does have some anger problems, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Maybe he needs to go to therapy, I think. Let's take a look at the custom Rusteze Pitties. This one is Randall. Here is Randall. I used an extra Sarah cogs back then. Rusteze 95. Just an extra Sarah cogs. Looks really smirky. 39th day of 2022, week of 2022. That was an old Sarah cogs, number 95. Nothing else much to say. But you can see the hat inside. Let's do a comparison. Randall does have some anger problems also, just like my name is not Chuck. Now let's take a look at Monee. Here is Monee. He looks very angry. And I used an extra Shirley spin out from the flea market. Number 95. 95 hat. I like that custom. Number Rusteze. 197th day of 2008. That's the World of Cars variant for Shirley. And Shirley has been always one of my favorite Piston Cup Pitties. And the eye colors are different, and Shirley is so shocked. Rim colors are very different. And let's take a look at My Name Is Not Chuck. So here is My Name Is Not Chuck, and what I like about him that he's a unibody, just like Dudley Spare, which we'll compare him soon. Number Rusteze, nice lightning bolt. 47th day of 2007, 347th day of 2007, I think. Unibody, the big number 95. He did also appear on Cars Racer-Rama. There's a screenshot of that for Guido Kart, a very notorious game. Just the mini game, not the game. The game rocks, but the mini game for Guido Kart sucks. Number 95, nice lightning bolt. There were a few dents on him, so I had to fix him up, but the color didn't match, unfortunately. Looks very angry. Let's compare him to Dudley Spare. They both have the same models, and Dudley is one of my least favorites because he shares the same expression. My name is not Chuck. But despite being one of the very first Pitties to be released. Oh, speaking of the first Pitties, they had. Let me just find the tire sack. Where did it go? Oh wait, there it is. Like the 4 tire rows, along with the Luke Peterwork release from 2008. Like we have to stick them up right there. Back in the day. Let's give it to Monee. And let's take a look at My Name Is Not Chuck with 2 cards. So this is the Vietnam version. Looks very, very cleaner. That was from a 2021 11 pack that I got at Target back in summer of 2021. Good memories. And there's this tool gun, which is on the side, just like the original one. So eyes are different. This one is made in China. This one's made in Vietnam. As you can tell, decals can be blurry. This one is not in the best condition. This one is made the 119th day of 2015 during the Daredevil Garage app, which was one of the worst eras. And forks are their color different. Tool guns are the same. Last but not least is the tool boxes before we go up to Mack. And there are toolbox variants. This is from the 11 pack I got, and this one is from Guido, Pit Stop Guido, I think. So I might use that for a little Torquey Pistons toolbox, but we'll see. Now let's do Mack, and there's a screenshot where he appeared. He is McQueen's hauler from the first Cars movie and in Cars 3. He did appear briefly in Cars 2 as well. And Mack is also an iconic character. Well, speaking of Mack, in 2023, I'm glad they re-released the Cars 2 version because he was very hard to find, but now I have him. But we're focusing on the Cars 1 version today. So here he is. Looks very happy. McQueen one, number 95. Rust-eze tree. There's his Rust-eze mud flaps. Mack is such a unique character. M-A-C-K Mack. And there's his decals, trailer, Lightning McQueen. So, like, what's great about him that his door opens on the back where you can set up McQueen for his next race, which is awesome. And there is his iconic artwork, Rust-eze 4, and he does not have the satellite dish. And he was also one of the first haulers to be released along with Gray, HTB, Leakless, Octane Gang, J Recycled Batteries, and the Wally hauler, which is pretty awesome. McQueen does not have the toe cap, Transberry Juice, Shifty Drug, Shiny Wax, and Tank Coat decals on him. Look at the decals. And let's take a look what's inside the truck. There's this air gun, which doesn't move, unfortunately. Now let's take a look at his launcher. Here is his launcher, which is the Pit Road launcher from 2008. I gotta love these. I love these Pit Road launchers because they're so nostalgic. And I had to take off the rubber because I don't want to dent up my cars. And there's his Rust-eze logo. For our first episode for Piston Cup Nights. I hope you enjoyed this first episode for Team Rust-eze. Ka-chow. So let me know in the comment section below who is your favorite member that I reviewed in this video. I gotta say Randall because I really enjoyed making the Randall custom in my opinion. But what is yours? And we'll see you next time and goodbye.